Hello and welcome back. We are here with the Comrades on another Comrade campaign. We're going to come up with a better name at some point. Until then,
Will
that's what
we?
it's going to be.
Will we though? I don't know.
I doubt
I
it.
mean, I spent like 20 minutes this morning trying to come up with like an actual name for this like one shot and couldn't come up with anything fun, so just left it for now. If we do chronicles of it, we could turn it into the Eberron John Chronicles, but we could riff off some movie titles, like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, a cult classic.
My favorite of the films.
Everyone's favorite until this most recent one came out. Then that became everyone's favorite. Even though, to me, if it doesn't have Shia LaBeouf, I can't be in for it.
I was gonna say, like, it's no Shia. It means no
Maya, as in no me.
Yeah.
Wait, guys,
I'm
not
going.
So.
But
wait, is that a canon? Is that a canon thing? Is that like the son died in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's canon.
Woo! Just learning about that now, folks. Because I have not.
That's why he's not in the movie.
I have not.
The YouTube song. The YouTube song told me that that's impossible because Shia LaBeouf is basically an immortal demigod.
True.
I have not seen the latest one.
I would not recommend seeing the latest one.
I assumed that Andrew had seen it.
Yeah, Andrew loves going to see shitty movies.
I do.
It's absolute dog.
It's because Andrew's secretly in the pocket of the mouse. He needs to keep the mouse in business.
No, I hate Disney movies. They're the ones I've most
well
with. I
see,
really
Disney hates you too, so it's a mutual relationship.
I'm a Disney stockholder, so
that's why we're gonna drive that stock into the ground, baby, because that's how it works.
6 shares.
6 shares. Had it since I was a little kid. Actually, it might be 12 now. There was a stock split.
But we welcome everyone back. I'll do my best copyright free version of the last time on Dragon Ball Z. Previously on Comrade Campaign, we had met our intrepid heroes in a tavern known as the Annex, where they were propositioned by a portal to retrieve an artifact that had been stolen from their village. This artifact was out on display in a museum, believe it or not. So how could it be stolen? It's in a museum. What a perfect example. It was stolen by the famous adventurer Eberron John and his trusty sidekick Tall Cube. You then our party
is Tall Cube, is he a small child or an insufferable man child?
The world will never know. That's the allure of Tall Cube. No one knows the truth. Not even Eberron John.
I like that you named him like the antonyms of short round.
That's the point. That's the joke. You fucking idiot.
I paint humor with a very very subtle brush.
Too subtle for Andrew, apparently.
Yeah.
That's some engineer subtlety right there. Yes, and believe it or not, Indiana Jones and Eberron John are, not at all related. But our adventuring party went out on some mischief merriment, is what we'll call the hour-long shopping spree of buying all of their prep materials for their infiltration.
Preparation for the job. You never go
in unprepared.
You never go pranking without your supplies. Papa taught me one thing: is that you gotta have your props.
Mm-hmm.
What's a mine without its props? Yes, Oftentimes, mimes props are invisible, but are they still there? You tell me.
Well, I mean, it was a lovely shopping trip filled with merriment, with such characters like Micah Mike, the awkward tannery runner who definitely doesn't have people strung up out back. Uh, we
Isn't
met
crazy off the
Iramir.
formaldehyde.
He definitely doesn't make human skin luggage.
No, absolutely not. It's definitely not
Lampshades,
luggage. It's
however?
hats.
That's your lampshades. You didn't think of the smell, you bitch.
Um, we fast forward. We moved forward into the beginning of the infiltration. We broke into the guard shack, disguised as one of the shift guards because I believe it was um Isota who seduced and lured away one of the guards and then tied them up in a closet. And then
And shibari ropes.
Yeah, I was watching in the closet, but for educational purposes as well as
yeah,
procuring
and then
my
Ray
necessary
Ray assumed
supplies.
the identity of said guard to begin the infiltration. Immediately gave food poisoning to the first two guards leaving their shift.
Yep.
Just gave them shit berries. They're gonna be one of them might die just based on level of medicine accessibility in this town, for his pay rate and what he can afford.
I might be the only
Just-
cleric, within 10-mile radius of this little hamlet, so
He's just gonna
And I-
die of dehydration
say,
from all
and
the
I-
diarrhea.
say I'm the one who gave him dysentery, so good
I'm,
luck.
I'm actually about to roll for
Good
that real
riddance.
quick, just because I'm curious now. Of the two, did either of them die? Let me just get a quick 2d20s in here.
Did either of them shit their brains out?
No,
Constitution saving
Wow.
throw.
in fact, one of them rolled a nat 20 and
Oh my
shrugged.
god.
And he loves the shit berries. Those are his favorite things he's ever eaten. He's probably gonna. He just gained a superpower off of those. The other one rolled a natural 18, so he did not die. Neither of them have died.
He definitely had some
Sad.
gas.
Yeah,
He definitely had some gas.
the natural 18 is still experiencing uncomfort, but the natural 20, he's feeling great tonight. This is the best he's felt in weeks.
The berries have fermented and turned to basically booze in his stomach, so he's having a great old time. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah, Ray Ray then proceeded to walk through and coat the on shift guard, who we've learned his name is Try Hard Tony, because all the guards hate Tony because he starts his shift early. He sets a bad precedent for all the other shift workers. Where Eberron could be like, well, Tony shows up 30 minutes early for his shift and he stays 30 minutes late to clean up, and you're leaving right on time. You're not showing the initiative.
Aren't we a
Just,
family
liquor.
here?
We had a pizza party last Friday.
So Tony was already in. So Ray, pranked his locker. Put some chili powder in his hat. Potentially going to blind the man, dependingly. And then took note of the picture of a woman in his locker that we came to find out later was his dead sister.
But he's still holding a flame for it. Honestly, I don't feel bad for him because he's got a problematic relationship with his dead.
Yeah,
dead
I mean,
sister.
if you had rolled higher on your investigation check on his locker, you would have found a stack of Oshinoko manga in the bottom, and you would understand that at that point there's no redeeming him.
Is that like I only know, and like folks at home, real fact checkers will agree with me. I only know about this from the meme of that there exists an anime or a manga of it's like my little sister can't be this cute.
It's not well, they're twins in that one. So this one's the joke on that one is twincest.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
But is that the genre? Is that the genre that you're referring to?
More or less.
Amazing.
Um,
But I love
those
how
fans are
Matt knows the details of that
Yeah.
manga.
Why do you know the details?
Why?
And why do you know about that manga?
That's what I just
won't
said. I
ask
just
why.
explained. I've
Dude,
seen the
I will
meme.
defend myself in 4K right now. I
I've
know
seen the
because the
meme.
anime was supposed to be pretty good, and I looked into it and went, "Oh my god, it's going to devolve into Twincest by season 2. I'm not investing myself in this."
Fair enough. No, I saw it in a meme making fun of people who
Sure.
who play those or who read those things. Yeah.
That's just pretext.
Actually, the Twincest didn't start till the 3rd season.
They
Oh,
showed
he
real
knows when it
restraint there.
starts.
You said they showed real restraint there.
Surprised it
Um,
wasn't the first episode.
There's a great meme from the Jujutsu Kaisen subreddit where it's Gojo saying "Nah, I'd win," and then underneath it's the girl from Oshinoko pulling out the rest of the sword, and instead of "Nah, I'd win" on it, it says "Nah, I'd fuck my twin." Um, moving on. Ray Ray shuffled the rest of the party into the museum and began the infiltration heist. They went room by room. They started in the lobby. We had Isota turn into an otter and hang out and poop in the fountain.
I forgot it pooped.
Literally brought a tear to my eye.
Yep. Um,
Absolute masterclass. They grow up so fast.
we discovered that the museum is set up in a manner that you can only proceed in one direction through. It is a single direction route through, so you have to go through each room.
That seems like a fire hazard. Fire marshal, I don't know if he's been here to examine.
You know how
these.
we
Yeah.
said that there's no cleric within
Yeah.
a 10-mile radius? The nearest fire marshal is in the bigger city, and that is a whole other continent away.
Oh, boy.
Fire marshals don't exist over here.
Oh boy.
This is a fiefdom.
I'm starting to understand why Eberron John has made his museum here.
I'm
Yeah.
painting a
Free
big,
for
beautiful
all.
picture, aren't I?
It's like,
This is this is a tax haven.
It's a tax haven. He's free from government oversight. These peasant rubes, will fork out, their
hard-earned money to see
their
sites from
yearly
around the world,
savings. Yeah, because they're not getting out of here anytime soon.
especially if they keep paying Eberron John the prices he charges.
Ooh.
1 gold per child, 2 gold for an adult.
That's the child price. I shudder to think at what the senior prices are.
6 gold.
You're a
He has
burden
a
on
real
society. So you're a burden on society. You need to pay
Charges
extra.
more, yeah.
Yeah. Draining our resources.
Yeah.
So
Oh man.
our party then made their way into the first room, the purple velvet room, the beautiful music. Each room, as they discovered, actually there was a map, and each room is laid out in a manner that there's a theme set. So the purple velvet room, jazzy undertone. It's a musical room. The artifacts in there reflect music, and they discovered quickly through the fact that Isota can read Infernal. That on the wall, the room had said that music will make you free. A classic quote. Tied to Eberron John himself, who definitely stole the quote from someone else.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. He's a traveled man of the world.
And they proceeded to
cultured.
They proceeded to free the 3 musical instruments on display through very deft and realistic understanding of play music to get new music. They're playing music alerted to Try Hard Tony, who was in the following room, the gold room. I like gold, people. It was gold everywhere. It looked like Trump's toilet.
Trump's shoes.
this was known as the fashion room. So in here, first Tony, ran forward, to his horror to see people, stealing from his, on his shift. This is not going to stand. Try hard Tony's going to stop this. Except one of the people who's stealing from him is his dead sister, who looks only like her in head alone, and then the rest was a horrible visage. If I remember correctly, the description was as if she was drawn by Dennis Reynolds.
Yeah, that's right. And so of course you start with the breasts.
Yeah.
With which he failed a roll for terror and fled in fear. We then heard him trip and fall into the horribly placed fountain, filled with now otter poop. That is
Nice.
that is where Ray received a blessing from Papa.
Did that have any actual
No, there's
knock-on
there's
effect for
nothing
me?
beyond just you
Yeah.
felt Papa's smile upon you.
Good, yeah, no, because he doesn't give out praise, at all.
No.
I was going to say he doesn't give it out readily, but that just means he does not give it out at all.
But we zoomed back in and found our party sitting in the room of gold, having just taken a short rest to attune to some of the items that they have just procured. Whether that be a robe of eyes or a cloak of Arachnida, the Ioun stone, the pipe of the sewers. We love a flute of rats.
Rat King.
Yep. So we come back in, and if you guys want to hit off with any inter-party dialogue while you're attuning to stuff, or if you want to just get up and go, that's up to you. But I leave that to the party. You're sitting in a room full of gold with your horde.
Yeah, the gold doesn't interest me.
Um,
Oh,
should I have my horde of rats swallow up some of the gold so that we could take it? Is that a way to store?
If you're gonna try to accomplish that, the to paint the proper image, the room itself, the floors are like a gold plate or like gold tiles. The walls are then similarly made of a similar tiling columns that look like they're made of gold, but there's no just gold coins lying around everywhere. It's more of a.
They had some Italians in there that probably bought more gold tiles than needed so that they could steal them and then
Believe it or
sell them
not,
on the
in
black
this
market.
fantasy kingdom, there is still an Italy, and they are still mostly just a slave race
of masons and fishermen. Some barbers in there.
It's kind of wild how that ended up working out in both worlds.
Yeah, crazy how that that pans out.
Yeah, and don't even get me started on fantasy Germany and how their engineering is the best in the world still.
I want to know if there's a fantasy Albania.
No.
I'm gonna go.
No fantasy
investigate the
Fiznik.
door.
You're gonna go check the door?
Yeah, the door to the next room.
So similar to the other doors between the rooms, it's a wide opening, about 15 feet wide. And as you get closer to it, you can see the shimmer and sheen of the magical barrier that that you can walk through, like a permeable, semi-permeable membrane on a cell wall. If anyone remembers their sophomore biology or freshman, if you were in the advanced science.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Congratulations, you get an A.
I'm gonna, while I'm like attuning, I'm gonna take some of my supplies, some tobacco and some other things, and I'm gonna roll up some cigars.
Nice. You've got to ruin the hotel with cigar smoke once you're done. That's a perfect.
Did I see? Can I see into the room though?
So first off,
can you give me a perception check?
While he's doing that, do I notice either of these two looking at me while I'm
you also
stuff?
give me a perception check. and then both of you have to tell me in earnest, depending.
15.
I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20. So you look through the membrane and you see before you, so every room you've gone through has had an obvious color coding scheme and material theme to it. You look through this room and you see red leather everywhere, like yeah, you know, Eberron John, you know he's got some tastes.
Is
But
there any swings hanging from the ceiling in that room?
no, well, kind
that
of. So
that are
this is
suspiciously lacking seats. It's just
Yeah.
it's just an armrest and a footrest.
this is
Some stirrups.
Mhm.
it's a very odd room. On the wall in what languages can you read?
Common, Druic, Elvish, Infernal, and Minotaur.
Bradley, because he was the one
Yeah.
looking through.
Oh.
Can he even speak or read common?
With a name like Bradley,
I think it's just
probably
common.
not.
Yeah, just common.
Bradley is just common. So you can't
Yeah.
read what's on the wall, unfortunately. Completely
You
foreign
could
to
call
you.
me over.
You've noticed a theme where each room is written in a different language because you know it makes it feel foreign and you know gives an idea of maybe where
Posh.
these where some of these things come from. Um, but yeah, you look through, you see 4 display cases. Yeah, you'd see all 4 of them from the door. Especially with an nat 20, you can see the dust on the corners and the fact that this man doesn't clean regularly, despite tryhard Tony's best intention. He doesn't
Well, are there
clean the
no
spot on the
Mexicans in
toilet.
this world?
No,
There's
only Italians.
no Ecuadorians.
Nope.
Are you telling
Everyone
me the
else is
tryhard
free.
Tony doesn't go around after hours in a little maid outfit with a feather duster? Come on.
I mean, we don't know what Tony does in his off shift. I'm gonna let Tony be Tony. You know, if he wants to be Tanya in his off shift, that's on him.
He's Tanya in the red room.
Only
But
in the red room.
with your nat
Yeah.
20, you'll see the four glass cases. You'll see what looks like a book, a sack of some sort,
Mm.
a bronze statue of with a nat 20 of a griffin, and then this giant. This one is not in a glass case. This is just a giant bronze. So it looks like a cylinder almost lying down on its side with legs and claws that stick out of it that look like a giant bronze lobster. But unlike the bronze griffin statue, this looks more mechanical. You can see like gears and springs and camshafts and different moving components and like slots that would indicate that things can move, that you know more to it than just um a statue per se. But that's your
Okay.
nat 20 looking into the room.
I also
You
speak
rolled a
celestial
15.
if that's what that was written in.
Bradley is enamored with the red room in front of him.
Mhm.
Is Isota looking at the cigars?
I rolled a dirty 20. Looking at the cigars.
Okay, so with your 15, you do see Isota looking at the cigars. Is there anything special about the cigars that a dirty 20 would?
You may have seen me sprinkle a little something extra at the ends of them,
Nice.
lacing them with fence.
I
No, that's,
I-
what that's what I tell her. I tell her, you know, just these are extra special cigars.
I raise a curious eyebrow.
Okay, I turn around.
Dwayne
These
the
are
Rock Johnson
these are
eyebrow.
super silly cigars. Wink.
Yeah. Link
they're the
back.
type of comic book cigars where you put it in your mouth and light it and it explodes in a banana peel style.
I turned around and say, guys, there's a
Definitely,
giant.
it's definitely not that. I swear to God, it's definitely not. It's definitely not that. It's totally. I've laced them with drugs.
Yeah, it's totally just fun.
Yeah. I crushed up a perk 30 and put them in.
Oxy 80.
I crushed up a perk 30. Dare me to drive. That's the new drink a fifth of vodka. You were saying, Bradley.
Yeah, no, I'm turning around and saying, guys, there's a giant mechanical lobster that's gonna fight us in the next
Interesting.
round.
I'll just have my rats eat them.
Time to melt some butter.
Hmm.
All right. So you guys have taken a full short rest. We're assuming at
Yes.
this point, which is an hour.
Yeah.
If you've rolled any hit dice, if you've lost any health, I don't think you have. You've got your wild shape back. I don't think anyone else has done anything that would be recoverable via rest. You were just mostly attuning.
Yep.
I'd cast some spells. I think I'd cast the motivational speech, which means our temporary hit points are gone after an hour. You all should have had 5 temporary hit points, and that's gone.
Yeah,
now.
I had that.
It only lasts an hour.
Well, and then yeah, nope, nothing at that point. So what do you guys do? You can really only move forward, as you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Let's move
I'm ready.
forward.
unless you want to just continue to camp in this room until the next shift shows up, that would
No. That's all right. I don't know if we have more poop berries.
I'm gonna cast disguise self and turn myself into Try Hard Tony, but gonna do Try Hard Tanya in the little maid outfit. It's time for dusting. Seeing if if that sets anything off.
All right, yeah, we'll send Tanya in first.
all right.
Going in, I'm dusting the corners. I'm looking at the can I make a closer inspection of some of these items as I'm cleaning them?
Yeah. Give me a. Are you just looking at them, or are you trying to trying to gather more meaning through?
I would try to actually kind of investigate them as get as close
give me
as
an
I can
investigation check.
as I'm checking it
And
out.
tell me which ones.
Hold on, I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
A, B, C, and D. Just tell me which one you're looking at.
Well, which one is which? I'll save the lobster for later, for last.
Okay. So A is the book, B is the sack, C is the griffin, and D is the rock lobster.
Okay. I guess I'll start with the B. Is that the sack?
Yep.
What's in the sack?
So you walk over. Can't really tell. So
what's
as far as the sack goes, it's more of a pouch.
What's your bardic inspiration die?
So
is it a D6 or a D8?
D8.
Okay, I need to roll that. That does not help. I roll an 8.
All right.
Damn it.
you come over. It's about pouch sized, probably about yay tall for the audio only podcast. It's about 8 inches probably tall. Maybe the bottom circumference is about 8 inches as well, but it tapers like a cone.
Does it look like the scrotum of some creature that's been gelded?
With an 8, it could be.
Interesting.
You, you don't need to roll high on an investigation check to read the plain and common placard in front. You are high enough intelligence that you can read that regardless. It says bag of beans.
Bag of beans.
And underneath it tells a fable of a foolish young boy who was beaten to death by his parents for trading their family cow for a bag of beans he was told were magical, that the family then gifted to Eberron to get him out of their house.
I don't think I have detect magic. I have dispel magic, but that's it. So I can't tell if they're actually magical or not. But I'm intrigued by the beans. Particularly, I'm more interested if they're not magical.
If you
Because
could eat them.
That's
no,
a fucking prank.
Because then it's a fucking prank that this kid got fucking owned for, he got had.
You're
He
just
got
gonna
rooked.
come so hard. You're gonna get off so hard if that's the case.
Yeah, so I'll file that away. I'll ask them late after I examine the other ones if either of them have detect magic, but not
I
yet.
don't.
All right, let's move on to number C, or to number C, to letter C. Let's go. Let's go. Is that the Griffin statue?
Yeah.
Indeed, it is.
So hold on, are Bradley and I in the room?
No.
No,
Did you guys follow?
I'm still dusting. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, we follow. Yeah, get us in the room. Want to watch this?
All right,
Okay.
you're in.
Okay, great, perfect. Now my disguise is meaningless.
Yeah,
Because now I gotta
from the top of the room, you
in-
hear a booming, "No, Tanya, you're supposed to be alone."
in order to maintain the illusion, I've got to turn around and whip out my service weapon from who knows where in my
Yeah.
in my maid's outfit. This is
I put my hands up and I just start walking backwards slowly.
into the one-way barrier.
Yeah, we're stuck.
No, it's there's no reaction to Tanya in this room. Again, we don't know if Tanya even exists, but we do know that Tony tries a lot. So yeah,
So nothing happens when they walk in.
no, it's there's no reaction difference.
Okay. All right. So then I guess I asked them, do either of you have detect magic?
No,
Nah.
I do not.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, give me
See if I've ever heard of
magical beans.
magical beans or fake magical beans. Arcana is not my strong suit. Oh, God damn it! It's a 10.
With a 10, let's just say you've heard stories of magical beans, but you've also heard stories of people selling fake magical beans. That is the duality of man with a 10.
Yeah, I'm still intrigued. I'm still intrigued. But all right, what's the deal with this Griffin statue?
Are you investigating the Griffin statue or are you just reading the plaque?
We'll start with reading the placard.
All right. You read the placard and it says in plain common, bronze griffin. And then underneath it, it says a beast of two forms. Assume a new form and obtain a new form.
Okay. That seems like a job for the druid. I don't want to cast one of my 4th level spells and polymorph something. I want to save that.
Well, call me
Seems
over.
reasonable.
But I'm worried that I'm misreading the situation and that if you transform here, that this thing's going to transform into a real griffin and we're going to have to fight it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But I don't tell. I'm having these thoughts internally, I don't say it to them. I'm like, yeah, change shape. Let's see what happens, and I step in. I push Soda, which I'm not pronouncing that name. I pushed her forward and like, yeah, I think this thing wants you to change, to wild shape.
So I change into a griffin.
And you wild shape into a griffin?
I don't know, can I?
Griffins are creature, or are beasts. I don't
Is
know,
a
but
griffin a monster or a creature?
So it's like it take the shape of a beast.
I always like for things that are essentially animals in this world. So like you can do an owl bear now. They let you do that now.
Yeah, no, I'll allow that. That's fine.
But it's more about it's the challenge rating, right? That's the biggest.
Yeah.
Is what
What's the CR of a griffin?
let's see.
Looking it up right now.
It is a let's see, challenge rating 3. All right. No, 2. Challenge rating 2.
And with wild shape, it's 2 or lower, 1 or lower. What?
I think it depends on your level and your.
Yeah. What level druid are you?
We're level 8, right?
Yeah, but
I just didn't know
I
if you had any
am.
multi-class.
I am. I'm a level 3 druid because I'm a bard as well.
Yeah, that's
As
fine.
an
It's close
action, you
enough.
can.
I'll say that thematically speaking, you're a small griffin.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a tiny lady tiefling to begin with, so
Yeah, so you turn into a little like scaled down, like let's say like 70 or 60% scale model griffin.
Okay.
And the bronze statue in front of you begins to shake, and the glass casing around it also begins to shake, and the glass shatters, and it falls on the floor, and the statue sits there.
I take it.
Yep.
Wild. Okay.
Ben's character just so upset.
Yeah, and you're giving me more things to clean up now too, in order to maintain my character. I've got to like.
Yeah, Tanya just starts putting it into the dustpan.
Creating
all
a
the glass.
pile-
Oh my
pile
god!
of glass.
What you have taken
God.
is a bronze griffin statue that, if you look up the item, it'll be
Ooh.
D&D 5e bronze griffin. It's listed on, if you're on D&D Beyond, it's listed underneath a figurine of wondrous power.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
And it can become a griffin
Griffin.
for up to 6 hours. And once it's been used, it can't be used for 5 days.
Okay.
Damn. You
This
got a little companion.
This bronze griffin statue, now that you've taken it, was the placard instead of the riddle. Now is just written out for what it was, and it was the protector statue for a village. Had been their spiritual protector and guardian for hundreds of years, and had kept them safe. And then Eberron decided that he needed it because he thought it was a fertility idol.
He was trying to
and
repopulate the planet.
Yeah. He
with his
believed
sperm.
that he believed that their fertility idol was causing problems and causing them to overpopulate, so he was taking it away from them. And he technically did accomplish his goal, because the village was wiped out by invaders when the griffin wasn't there to protect them.
Oh god.
Mission accomplished.
Can I investigate the beans?
Yeah, go for it. The beans.
God damn it. I got a 6. Never. So it's not. Don't even.
It's a fucking
just-
bag of beans, baby.
Yeah. I just turn around and walk away. Let me check out that lobster though. I want to. I want to look at that.
Hold
guy.
on. Let's check out the book first, and then the lobster.
All right. Fine. Fine.
The lobster just makes me think of the Amanda Show.
Bring
Two
the
dancing
dance.
lobsters.
Bring in the lobsters.
Bring in the dancing lobsters. I hope this lobster dances.
He's gonna dance all right all over your.
Yeah,
grave.
we're gonna make him dance.
So you said you were checking out the book?
Yes, please.
All right. On face value, the placard reads Manual of Golems. Underneath, it states that it
Some
was
Jewish magic.
It was a manual found in the ruins of a celestial what do you call city, village, encampment,
Township.
settlement might be the proper found in the ruins of a celestial settlement, long lost to history, believed to be the first generation or group of beings to discover the magics of creating golems.
I don't know.
So the first people of Abraham.
So yeah, Papa always taught me to be wary of the Hebraic magics. You know, you know, like he always like had some interesting. I mean, again, I'm inferring a lot of what he had to say. He would always just shake his head, very vigorously whenever somebody would talk about the bank or something like that. It's like
you're Druish, so I would think you have some idea about this.
He's talking to you. He's talking to you, Soda.
Okay. I didn't know.
You're the Druish one here.
Yeah.
All right. I'll investigate it.
I'm learning this about you now, and I'm like, again, even more. This is
Perturbed.
Yeah, this is a Druish harlot who is only concerned with matters of the flesh, not with, the what can be done to and for the flesh with,
pranks,
accelerating to a higher plane via pranks. Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Most disturbing.
12.
Yeah.
On a investigation.
Yeah.
Is that what you were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You look at it. On the placard, you see the name, and underneath the name, you see it written again in a different language.
Is it one of the 5 languages that I read?
What are your 5 languages?
Common, Druic, Elvish, Infernal, and Minotaur.
Nope.
Okay. I shrug it off and walk away very defeated.
Do you tell anyone else?
I say I can't read it.
The only other language I know is Halfling, and it's of that it's very broken because I never really had that many people to talk to, particularly not. I mean, there were some other halflings in the circus, but again, Papa kept me like rather sheltered. He was either performing and prepping for his act or drinking himself into a stupor.
Oh, I could be wrong here. Did no one have Celestial on their language sheet?
I have
languages?
Celestial.
Okay. Say the Asmar probably does.
So then,
yeah, I was
Bradley, when you first looked into the room with your natural 20, on the wall you did read that it says the Room of Creation, which is why the sex swings and stuff makes sense, but it's a little weird.
He has a breeding kink.
Oh God.
So
Read
you
me,
can read the
Daddy.
words, Bradley.
Yeah, so I'll read it.
So it says
I'll
again,
investigate.
Manual of Golems, but in Celestial. But do you read it out loud or?
Yeah, I'll read it out loud.
He's got to
All right.
sound. He's got to sound it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Celestial's a little
Oh,
a little rough.
Yeah, it's rusty.
Book
Yeah, you
of
know,
Creotins. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Croutons.
I think this is a book on all their crouton recipes.
I shove him out of the way. I shove him out of the way. It's like that's culture right there.
How to make matzah.
Say none of this Druish nonsense. Say croutons. That is from the good proper French background that Papa hailed from.
Preached.
The French
So yeah,
tradition.
you read the name out loud in Celestial, and instead of shaking and shattering the glass, the case around it just disappears like it was never there.
Ooh.
No cleaning for Tanya.
Excellent.
Can I take it?
But yeah, it's a leather bound tome, Manual of Golems.
What language is the book? Is the text of the book written in?
Celestial.
Good. Can I do like an Arcana check and read it, or like no, I don't want to do that. I want to do a
Read it out loud. Do it, you coward.
insight check.
Insight
into
check?
it. Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, that's intention.
Read into the
It's not gonna do
malevolent
anything.
nature of a book.
Almost every book
I
I've
guess,
ever
I don't
read
know. What
is
is it,
malevolent
Arcana?
in nature.
Well, no, if you want to, if you're looking into whether or not you can trust this book or not, give me an insight check.
No, I
If
want to
that's
read
what you
the
want,
book. I want to
you want to read the book.
I want to read the book. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Arcana.
Okay. I have an 11.
It's hard. It's really hard. This is some really old celestial writing. It's written, for us, it's the equivalent of trying to read, I don't even want to say like early Britain's English. I want to say like prior to that, like go one generation earlier. And I mean, I can't even understand modern Britain's English. They're like, "Oi, bruv, we gotta go get
bruv,
toad in the hole."
I'm gonna chef you in it. It's Tuesday.
Pagan languages.
I'll wet you.
Yeah, like it's like trying to read Celtic. Gaelic language. It's you can absolutely sound out the what's being written there, but you're not getting much headway in trying to understand per se the natures of the text. But you do know that you now have a book that, if you can figure out the nature of it, can summon golems.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Do you have a decent? Are you? No, I don't.
Arcana, no. I have a +2.
He also cannot read that book.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. True. You make a good point there.
For you, what is hard to read broken English to him is like trying to read Japanese kanji.
All right, and then I guess what's left is the lobster, right?
Yep.
All right.
How big is this
Bring
thing?
in the dancing lobsters.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking big. It's huge.
Does it look
takes
like
up?
Does it look like that it's a vehicle of some kind? Like there's a place where someone could like sit in or atop it?
Operate
or
it.
Give me an investigation check, or
I don't want to get too close though.
You
I don't want to get within reach of its claws.
Well, yeah, you can stay from behind and you can look at it from like Like give it like a 5 foot, like what we in the engineering industry like to call the nose peak.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Guidance.
You got to grab it from behind
Guidance
with
and bardic
tongs.
inspiration in this
No, I
fucking
already-
campaign.
So I don't have bardic inspiration anymore. I used it, so that's a 13.
All right. It does look like it is big enough for a person to get inside of it.
I am also a small person, right? So, not that I'm very technically minded.
Hey, go ride that thing. It looks
Dude,
like you can ride it. Go
not that
ride
I see.
it.
Not that I'm very technically
I'm gonna
minded.
persuade you. I'm gonna persuade you.
Should I? Should I do it?
Yeah, you should.
You should.
You should go try and ride that. See if you
Alright.
can ride it.
Right. What's your persuasion? I'm rolling an insight against you.
My
Go for it. Give me a contested
persuasion
roll here.
Is
Ride that pony.
oh yeah, 24, baby.
Oh
Holy
fuck!
shit.
I'm giving myself guidance again, and it's still only a 13. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ride it. I think
Bradley's really fucking charismatic. So you walk over to it.
Can I like from that 13 roll? Can I like kind of intuit like how it might work?
Yeah, if you were looking at it from behind, like we said, to avoid the claws, with a 13, you would see what would look like almost like a submarine wheel hatch
Oh, I know
on
what
the
this thing is.
rear.
I myself know what this is. Ray probably doesn't though. Okay. Do I find I find a hatch of some kind to
Yeah.
you say to open up?
If you
All right.
want to try to open it, you can give me a strength check.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's not a very high DC.
Actually, it's the same. Strength or athletics doesn't matter to me. Okay, it was almost a 2, but yeah, I was gonna be giving guidance to myself on everything. Why the fuck not? Shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I do it? It's a 14.
I was reading a
It's a 14.
D&D Reddit thread. 14. Yeah, it opens.
Nice.
Skirt.
The wheel skirts along. Definitely
skirt.
not properly greased. And you pop the hatch.
Tryhard Tony has not been doing his job, keeping everything lubed in that
So
room.
the secret for Tryhard Tony is he shows up 30 minutes early and leaves 30 minutes late to cover up the fact that he doesn't work very hard.
Mm-hmm.
He uses raw time work to cover up his incapability.
Oh, I know about those people.
Worker.
Oh yeah, guys, don't forget. As I'm like climbing up this thing, you know, I'm still wearing my maid skirt, so you know, you guys get a nice little sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
Little near replicant, or near autonoma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys all just got the
move
achievement.
the
Now the
sticks.
camera can't pan there anymore.
All right, so I drop down into the hatch.
Yep. So you're inside the tube body. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Also not very good. Jesus Christ, my rolls are fucking terrible. That's a 9, even with guidance.
Oh no, God.
Boy, dark, kind of hard to see on the inside.
I don't think I don't have a.
You can see a little bit of light coming through the porthole that you climbed in.
Uh-huh.
And you can catch the faint look of what maybe look like some levers.
Beavers.
I do like a eeny meeny miny mo, and I pull a random lever.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to roll me a d10.
D10.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a 2.
You pull a lever, and the forward window shutters open, and the tube gets flooded with light.
Nice.
Okay, so now what do I see?
You look around, and you're definitely inside a copper bronze tube. It's got a kind of like
Am I a mech?
kind of think like
Am I a mech pilot now? Did I just
kind of.
get?
I was
Did I
about
just?
to. I was
Did
basically
I
about
just
to
get in the
describe.
Ava?
Think of the Evangelion pilot
Mm.
situation.
The tube that they
Yeah.
I was thinking
they go in.
Pacific
Yeah.
Rim,
No,
No, this isn't a stand up
not
situation.
kaiju
You're
mechs.
gonna be inclined. You're gonna be
Mm.
lying down, pulling levers.
Okay.
But yeah, you
see.
see 10 levers sitting in front of you. But
Is there an instruction manual anywhere?
on the side, you can see what appears to be an instruction manual. I'm gonna need you to roll me an intelligence check.
It's in Spanish though.
It's in universe Italian.
God
Yeah.
damn it. That's a 5. I throw it out the hatch. Don't even look at it anymore.
You guys are standing there and you
Reset your
watch,
page.
I should.
or yeah, get real dice.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could. They're right over there. But then I'd have to like go get some other shit. I don't want to do that. But yeah,
Fair.
these digital dice are fucking kicking my ass.
Yeah, I was about to say you're having a low roll day. You guys standing outside the lobster watch a pamphlet manual come flying out. Actually, give me athletics check. Ray.
Yeah, okay. It's a oh wow, okay. It's an 18. Don't even need
Yeah,
the
okay.
I'm
I
a
was gonna see if
useless
you
one.
continued to roll real shitty if it didn't even make it out the hatch. If it like
Just like
fluttered and just
bounced
landed
around.
inside.
No, I
But yeah,
fling
no.
that shit.
He flings it spine first, so he gets that perfect rotation that keeps it closed.
Do I hit one of them in the head with it?
Roll me a d6.
No, it's a D4. Fuck off. Fuck off. How do I get rid of it? What the fuck? The D6 was a 5.
Okay. Bradley, give me a dexterity saving throw.
24.
Okay, so you would have hit Bradley in the dome, but he instinctively pulled his head to the side and snatched it out of the air.
Hell yeah.
You're looking at a instruction manual, Bradley.
I yell out to them. It's like, yo, tell me what I'm doing here.
Is this a one-man thing? Can I get in there?
I mean, if you lay on top of them and do a little prone bone, it seems like you might be able to.
Yeah, so it's described as a large object.
I am a small
Size-wise.
creature. I'm a small creature.
Yeah, so you could probably fit 2 of you in there, especially if you got snuggled up.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm
prone
gonna
bone.
stay out here. But I'm not very intelligent, so this isn't gonna go too well.
And I'm a griffin
I'll
right
read
now. I can't hold it.
I'll read it. Why
Yeah,
not?
give me an intelligence
I'll
check.
try and help. Yeah. Oh my god, nat 20, baby.
Nat 20?
Yep.
It makes perfect sense to you. You're looking through the schematics. This is second nature to you. You might have accidentally stumbled upon the fact that you should have been an artificer. Like you're realizing that when your dad was like, you're not applying yourself correctly. You could be doing so much more with yourself. He was right. You could have been an artificer for in-universe Raytheon, making magical cannons. You're flipping through this. It's perfect to you. You're calling out commands. You're calling out what each lever in the machine does. So now you're aware of the different functions of the 10 levers in front of you instead of just randomly pulling them and hoping that one of them doesn't blow the machine up.
Hell yeah.
But with your natural 20 on the instructions, you now have perfect command and understanding of the apparatus of Qualish.
Nice. Or on D&D Beyond, they've changed it now to Apparatus of the Crab. Which is lame.
The crab.
Yeah.
That is lame.
That's what it used to be. I
Yeah.
don't know why they changed it.
I basically saw
Probably
the
felt it was
picture
culturally insensitive.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I saw the picture of this item and knew it had to be in the museum because Eberron John wouldn't allow something like this to live in a country that would call it something like Qualish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In universe, we're gonna retcon this currently. Apparatus of Qualish is its native tongue name, but here in the museum, it's listed as Apparatus of the Crab.
Yep.
Amazing.
Love it.
Okay, so sweet. That's awesome. Yo, let's drive that ship to the next room.
Yeah.
I put that in there with with a intelligence check that was pretty much only a nat 20 or like 18 or higher was going to give you full access to it, and not just randomly pulling levers and hoping they do things.
And Bradley crushed it.
Yeah, dude, that was a clutch fucking roll, especially because my intelligence modifier is 0.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we hit the
Yeah,
90.
you can now use this thing as like a tank. You can load it up with your items you don't want to carry currently.
I guess we're gonna hit it with lever 7 to turn it 90 degrees. And how do we move it?
I don't know that it's good that the prankster's in this thing.
Yeah.
There's a lever 1, legs and tail extend, allowing the apparatus to walk and swim.
Okay. What's it? Okay, it's got just a 30-foot speed. There we go. Okay, it's the one that just goes
I'm sorry
backwards.
that your
Okay.
giant lobster can only move at regular walking speed.
Yeah,
It
that's
isn't
fine.
like
That's fine. Yeah, so I turn it 90 degrees so it's facing to the next room, and I have it I walk it first up to the container with the beans in it, and I use one of the claws, so lever 5 to try to break the glass holding the magic beans.
Yeah, it's regular glass. You don't even need to roll for that. It's a giant fucking lobster claw.
Then I'm gonna try to like dexterously use the claws to try to pick up the sack of beans.
Pinch it.
Yeah, repeatedly, try to do that.
Yeah. Yep. It's just a bag of beans.
Amazing. Like,
the entire joke of this one was it's just a regular bag of beans, so he just put it in a regular glass case and didn't even put like a riddle or a lock on it.
Well, I stashed that in my back pocket then. That's gonna come in handy later, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 16.
You absolutely feel warmth inside you as you know that these fake magic beans are going to lead to so many pranks.
Amazing. Papa
wishes he had fake magic beans like this.
You know who else notices and is filled with a little something? Bradley, who's sitting way too close to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, are both of you in the lobster?
I thought so.
Yeah. And I'm just chilling as a griffin.
So we have a giant.
You could also turn into a little bug or something and come chill here too.
I mean,
griffin.
I was about to say flavor wise, the little griffin that he turned into is probably capable of sitting on top of the large apparatus and perching on the tube.
That's what I do.
All right, I'm gonna crab walk this thing over to the doorway, and
then we have another griffin we can use We are stacked.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. The next room ahead. We've looted everything
Yep.
worth looting here.
Done looting and
let me
tooting.
just first do an inventory of my items quickly. See if there's anything I want to leave behind.
Or store in the crab.
I'm thinking I'm okay for now.
I'm gonna take a swig of my flask again. It's been a minute since I've had a drink, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, and you had the hour rest, so I'm not going to make you roll a con save or something
Well,
like
here's
that.
an
to see if
interesting
you're-
thing. Do we walk through the barrier, or do we make a crab shaped hole in the wall?
That's a you question.
I'm asking. Yes, I'm asking
We're going
Bradley.
through the wall.
Okay, yeah. So I don't actually crab walk to the door. I just like go straight through the wall instead.
Beautiful. I love this. Oh my god, does that thing have
We are
a
quite literally going through the wall of this quest and in this room.
this,
I love that I rolled a nat
Then
20 on
cloning,
that.
cloning.
That's so funny.
so I'm kind of sad because I didn't want you guys to have the tank. I
I
kind of
know,
wanted it to be there as I
You
wanted it to be there as
punish us.
temptation
Yeah,
that
it's
you
like,
guys
oh,
would
man.
only be able to. I was going to give you one shot each at the intelligence check, and then it was just going to be randomly pulling levers. Um, fuck, shit. Damage wise,
Not. I can help attack the wall as well.
no. I'm just seeing if I even need to have him roll for the damage for it because like you're attacking a structure and
Yeah, it doesn't actually give a. It actually doesn't give a damage thing.
no, that's what I'm trying to. Is like there's the extended claw, which is
I know it does. It says it's 2d6 bludgeoning.
yeah.
Which seems
And
a
I'll
little
give
low.
you a because you're a giant fucking lobster. I'm gonna give you a +6 on your 2d6 damage there, and you don't have to roll to hit because it's a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so 2d6 plus 6 for the first claw is 13 damage.
okay.
And
Just give it one more claw, and we'll be good.
second claw. Oh yeah, 16 damage. Well, I want to do this artfully though, so that it makes a perfect crab shape.
Yeah. So what you
Yeah.
do with what you
But
do
is
with
this
the
a
claw?
load bearing wall?
I don't care. I don't care.
Nothing in this building makes sense. There's columns everywhere which are load bearing. The walls are more aesthetic.
Okay.
You take your claw and you punch through on one side where the claw hole would be. Then you do it again on the other side for the other claw hole. So you've got the two claw holes.
Uh-huh.
And then you just ram through head first and you get the eye stalks and the tubular body and legs leave behind. What performance? Give me a performance check.
Performance. I'm actually good at that.
Fucking Kool-Aid man in it through the wall.
That's I want to see how perfect the lines are on the edges.
That's a 19. That's a dirty 20 with guidance.
Yeah. Nearly perfect edges. You can each leg is almost individually splayed out where they're kind of offset, so you can see that there's 6 legs rolling through on each.
Crisp.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna offer
You smash through the
him a
wall.
swig of my drink just because that was sweet.
As you smash through
I
the
respectfully declined.
Okay.
Pranking requires a clean body and mind.
He's learned from Papa's mistakes.
Yes. Yes, this is true. His craft definitely suffered when he was drunk. And so did I.
So
he beat me. with an invisible switch.
That one hurts worse.
Yeah, that's one of those where you can't see to recoil, so you just know it's hitting you.
Didn't know where it's coming from. Couldn't duck. Couldn't do anything.
Um,
And doesn't leave a mark.
it's because you've just discovered that Papa has stand powers.
Yeah.
So you break through that wall, and you see the room that you have seen from the lobby on the other side of the semi-permeable barrier, where you can see the the ivory colored with gold lacing all throughout its sphere, sitting on a pedestal, surrounded by the four um, smaller pedestals, each one color coded, as you now can see. You know, purple, gold, red, and green.
I feel like I've seen those colors before, but I can't put my finger on it.
It's weird. It's almost like early 90s RPG puzzle design.
All right.
Yeah. You also give me a perception check. Whole party. Yeah, and you as a griffin. Make sure you're using your griffin stat block.
I failed. Rolled a
Isn't
one.
it?
Actually, no, you're wild shaping.
Yeah,
It's not polymorph.
yeah,
You use yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I got a 12.
I have 10.
With a 12, you hear the door in the other room open.
Which other room?
The lobby.
Ruh-roh. Reggie.
My griffin ears peek up.
Griffins
Yeah,
have
and I
ears?
say,
They've
"Ruh-roh."
got ear
Yeah, they are.
holes.
Yeah, they've got eagle ears.
No, sometimes they have almost like doggish type
I'd say
ears.
birds have ear holes, but yeah, the griffin actually does kind of have
Because it's
oh,
like
not this one.
feathers that
Not
kind of
this one.
Yeah.
They're ear holes.
depends on where the griffin's from.
They have very good hearing.
Yeah.
Regardless, but they're ear holes.
Yeah, so given you have some griffin extra bonus on there, you definitely hear the doors open and close, and the sound of what sounds like maybe 3 or 4 people.
Okay, so disguise self as what's the guy's name who owns this place? I'm blinking.
Eberron John.
Yeah, disguise self as Eberron John, and I'm getting out of the lobster.
Because there's definitely no way that there wasn't at least one portrait of him.
Yeah.
Oh no,
somewhere in the museum.
He adorns the entire lobby. If you look around the lobby, there are portraits of him in various furs and different animal hides. There's a picture of him holding the head of a shrunken head of someone. There's a picture, a portrait of him eating something while there's a group of starving villagers behind him looking on sadly.
Enjoying the
requested
spoils of discovery.
Yeah, he requested that one personally, and when the village asked, you know, for their share, it was one of those like, I got the kill, this is my food. Like,
yeah, so I'm disguise self as Eberron John.
He does something like that, you know, give a man food, you know, he eats for a day, teach a man how to hunt for food. I'd be hurting you. I said, I'd be hurting your longevity if I just gave this to you. You got to work for it.
So we have Eberron John, a griffin. So, what do you do? You're gonna sit and wait. You're gonna go inspect the column or the.
I want to go look at these pedestals. Like, are we supposed to put things down here? Maybe.
So, which pedestal do you look at first?
Should we put a bean on each?
Hey, use your own beans.
Yeah, he has to give us the beans to do that. I'm gonna put the book on the. I have the book, right? from
Yep.
the, and that was from the pink room, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna put that on the. I'm gonna check out the pink pedestal and maybe put the book there.
Yeah, so
I mean, I
you
wanna
you
check
walk
it
over to
out
the pink
first.
pedestal, and yeah, give
Well,
me
I've
an
heard
investigation check.
you've said before that the orb in question, right, is on the center pedestal.
Yes, surrounded by the other four.
Can you, like, what happens if you touch the orb?
So as you reach out to the orb,
I'm
when your
still in the
hand,
I'm still in the
oh, so you're
mech,
reaching
so
the claw out.
I'm gonna try to use the claw. The
You
claw.
reach the claw out, and when it gets to the edge of the pedestal for the orb itself, it pokes into a invisible barrier.
Yeah, my investigation was a 15, but Matt.
Okay.
Can I?
So
I'm gonna.
when as you look at the red pedestal in front of you, um, it it calls out a passage on how in early portions of creation, man tried to replicate God by creating man of his own. And it, yeah, and it basically it's kind of calling it heretical because this generation of this world doesn't necessarily view the gods in the same, oh, they're great, they made everything's fantastic here. They've hit the point where it's like, how come they made everything suck so much, and how come they don't care to make it suck less?
That's why the new gods are here to,
Yeah, and that's why
like
Us.
Papa, like he's got an active mission in the world. Make the world a brighter, more silly place.
but you get the gist that, yeah, this pedestal is definitely probably talking about your manual of golems in some way, shape, or form. And there's
Right.
a little holster on top of it.
Oop.
Right.
Put it
Very
down.
young.
What about the
Yep.
what about the gold one?
So you walk over to the gold one, and let me just pull up my item list so I just make sure I've got the right. Yep. So you walk over to the gold one, and you've got, again, it's a description. It's talking about uh, an old civilization long lost that was seeking knowledge beyond, and their insight that they were looking for, they funneled it into very literal meaning of insight, and they discovered that the idea of insight was to see more,
Incest.
and to see more required viewing oneself and viewing the world through as many eyes as possible.
Okay, so that's either the robe of eyes.
Yeah, it's mine. I have that. The robe of eyes. I'm gonna put the robe of eyes there.
Is there a little coat hook on the pedestal?
Yes. Yeah. And just so you're aware, when you put the book on, the pedestal lowered slightly, and then you saw the invisible barrier become semi-visible and shift and shimmer a little bit. And then the pedestal lifted back up, and you could take the book back off.
All right,
Just
let's
giving
move
you
on.
items are not being removed permanently.
Got
All
it.
right, what's the purple?
Got it.
What's the purple one? Let's keep this going. Do we hear any
nurple.
footsteps getting closer?
So roll me another perception check.
All of us.
Yep,
Dear God.
if you want to,
19.
if you're paying attention.
12 again.
A 7.
Jeepers creepers.
19 for me.
Okay, with a 19, you absolutely hear what sounds like it's coming from the transitionary area from the velvet room to the gold room. What is not just footsteps, but spoken word, and you can hear they're
Like
taking
spoken word
everything.
poetry.
Okay,
They're
so
taking everything. All of my stuff. This is everything that belongs in a museum, and they're taking it.
okay, I'm gonna sneak away from the group for a second to go. I'm gonna go back through the crab-shaped hole. I'm gonna pop out of the thing. I'm going
Oh,
to.
no.
I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. I want. Okay. Here. I'm just gonna sneak away. You guys keep doing this, Matt. I'm gonna like text you what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you were investigating the purple pedestal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you walk over, and you see the embossment again, and on top of it you can see a holster with two little like U shapes on either end, and it says there was a civilization that believed they could control their longevity by learning to control those that spread disease and dissent. And they discovered means of controlling pests in ways that prevented societal collapse due to disease.
I put pipes of the sewers on the hook thingies or whatever is on the
Yep.
pedestal.
Pedestal lowers. You now have 3 lowered pedestals. The barrier is barely holding on at this point, shimmering out of control.
It's so close to
Let me
coming.
read this.
I come back in, dust my hands off, and
Good enough.
dust my hands off, and he was like, "What? What?
All I need from you is a stealth check.
Yeah, okay. I guess I will. Can I do it myself? Oh no, I can't do it to myself. Can't give myself blessing of the trickster. Let's see. My stealth's not bad.
Can we investigate the next one now?
Yeah. So you walk over to the green one, and you don't remember a green room. That's weird.
Oh, I got a 16 on stealth.
Yeah, you're fine. I was just basically doing a like, do you like trip and fall and like make like a loud clamoring noise that would make them speed up? You don't remember a green room, and this one doesn't have any sort of placard or anything like that. All you can see is a keyhole. And at that point you hear you don't even need a perception check because it's just the room over at this point. You hear, "Oh, what the fuck is this? Stupid! Oh my god! Oh, it's on my boot. Oh, it's on my boot. Oh god!
Quick, put the fire out! Like,
yeah, my pant is on fire."
Did you light a poopy bag?
You guys just look over. I'm just like hand against the base of the crab thing, just like oh god, just like oh okay, and just shake it off,
Just like, shaking, yeah,
just
quivering. Your legs are weak.
You guys hear the crack of a whip split the silence of the Ray's moment on the crab, and you hear the gravelly voice of an old man call out, "Now, what do you boys think you're doing? These artifacts belong in a museum." And I, for one, am going to put them back.
Can I screech at him?
Because I'm disguised. No, I'm disguised. I'm gonna just be like, fellas, hold on. I'm just coming here to grab some stuff. I'm having a little bit of fun tonight with the claw machine. Okay, it's perfectly cool.
You hear the call out of another individual. "That's not true, Dr. Jones. That can't be the real Dr. Jones. I've been with Dr. Jones this whole time."
Dr. Johns would be Dr.
That's what I'm saying.
Dr. Johns.
He's got an accent. Yeah, there's no way that he's an imposter.
No,
That's right, Tall Cube. There's no way.
Tall Cube,
Oh.
I promise the imposter is the one next to you. I got a weird note asking me to come here alone, and
No, Tall Cube.
unfortunately,
He's the sussy baka.
yeah, when I came here, they knocked me out, and they must have replaced me with an imposter who is now trying to kill the real me.
I
Roll a
just screech
deception.
again.
Roll a deception check, because
Okay. Fair enough.
Let me give him guidance. I don't think I have anything else.
is that another
Oh
natural
my
20?
god. It sure fucking is. Ben,
You
you're
better
getting
go
all the bad
gambling later.
rolls because I'm getting all the good ones.
The guard with the flaming poop on his shoe steps forward, and you see Tryhard Tony.
who's also looking at a a version of himself, but in a maid's outfit.
An e-girl,
Nice.
femboy,
Yeah.
waifu, maid version.
And he looks
Did Tony ever get his hat? Did he ever put his hat on?
he looks at both. Yeah, give me a perception check.
He's gonna get sweaty in that fight and be taken out.
God damn it. A 9. Jesus.
You could see some irritation on his skin that would indicate maybe he wore the hat.
Oh, okay. Just a little tremor runs
So-
through me.
Tony steps forward, and he looks at Eberron, and he looks at Eberron, and he looks at Tall Cube, and he looks at Tanya, and he looks at himself, and he looks back at both Eberrons, and he looks back at himself, down at his hands, and looks over at the Eberron that he had called in, and goes, I'm not paid enough for this, and takes his hat off, and takes his badge, and sets it down, and grabs his little nightstick baton, and sets it on the ground, and flees the arena again. Because you rolled a natural 20 on your deception check, I'm giving you the freedom that Tryhard Tony is no longer part of the fight again. Because he is just that fucking confused at what's going on, and he can't handle it anymore.
Tony,
And he's
seems
gonna
like
go.
you need
He didn't
to
even-
try- seems like you need to try.
He didn't even look
harder.
at the griffin in the room.
No, he's done.
Yeah,
He's already mentally broken. He's been physically broken twice tonight by otter poop, flaming dog poop 3 times actually, and chili
Hell yeah.
powder in his hat.
Hell yeah.
He sees himself in a maid
Tony's
outfit
dead.
servicing a different Eberron John. This is a whole there's just a lot going on for him right
Yeah,
now.
we shook up his
He's-
life. He's gonna need years of therapy. His medical
No,
bills.
I mean,
he's
I'm just
to a
gonna
wellness retreat.
yeah, I'm gonna roll a dice real quick just to check on what his future holds for him. Because I'm
Need an
curious.
insanity check, like we're in
I'm
fucking
curious
Call of
on his-
Cthulhu.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
Amazing. Oh my god.
Tony might kill himself.
Tony's down for the count.
Try harder,
He's in a
Tony.
deep depression.
Try harder.
You're gonna go back to the guard shack after, and he's gonna be hanging from the ceiling.
Well, I mean, Ben, I want to suggest something for Ray Ray. I feel like as Tony leaves, you should offer him one of those cigars you rolled earlier.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like the. He doesn't seem like.
I don't think the man who's looking at himself in a maid outfit is accepting a cigar from that being.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's down on his luck. He may need something to, take the edge off.
But at this point, Eberron frustratingly looks at this room. He's just like, what the fuck is going on? He's got Tony in a maid outfit. He only does that on Thursdays. It's a Tuesday.
It's a
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Damn it!
Get your information right. And he looks at you standing in front of the green pedestal, and he's like, Tall Cube, if I was the imposter, why would I have the key for the green pedestal? as he pulls off a chain on his neck, a giant comically sized iron key.
Like he's in fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's basically a fucking keyblade.
It's a keyblade.
He probably stole it from another lost civilization that they used to seal Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
It's a 13 for me.
23.
14.
We'll be right back.
Dice gods have been favorable.
You said 23.
Yeah, I think that was Ben's, right?
That was mine.
Or yours? Okay.
What's your dexterity, Bradley?
18.
15?
18.
18. Just higher. All right. So, Brad, you start the order off.
Okay.
You and Tall Cube rolled the same initiative, but you have a higher dexterity than Tall Cube.
Okay. And where is he?
He is standing next to, so just to lay this out a little bit, the way I vision where you're all standing right now, I assume you're standing somewhere around here.
Yep.
I'm going to put a X there for you. I assume the lobster somewhere like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Put an L there for lobster. Leaning on the lobster. I assume the griffin is somewhere like right there. Because you
I
had put the
placed
pipe
on the, yeah. So wherever the pipe was.
Yeah. And then John. Are standing next to each other just inside the entrance to the room.
Okay.
You are here?
Yeah, I'm gonna step over one's position and I'm an Eldridge Blast. Tall Cube.
Last two.
Tall Cube.
Tall Cube. Taking out Tall Cube right away.
Yep.
All right.
To hit, it was a natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
Don't forget to double
The
that
title of
damage.
this episode is going to be Andrew's Natural 20s Ruin Matt's Campaign.
And 15.
15?
Critical. Yeah, 15 was the roll.
So you rolled 15.
Yeah.
So you have to
The
double
damage.
that. So 30?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, because how many blasts do you have?
Yeah, what's your
2d10.
Well, also
Okay,
notice because Eldritch
not-
Blast has a certain number of shots to it, depending on what level you are.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
two
third
beams.
yet.
That's why it's 2d10.
So you
So
roll individually for each one.
You have to roll to hit for each
Okay.
one. So what was
One
the
of them-
first? What was
one
the
of them's
first
a
damage
crit.
dice you
One
rolled?
of them's a crit.
6.
So you rolled a 6, so that's 12.
Yep.
Okay, so now roll your second beam.
Okay. Mm. Is a 1, 2.
You rolled a 2.
To hit?
I rolled a 1. Oh, rolled to hit again. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, got you. Got you.
Just say if you rolled a nat 1,
No. I was rolling damage again. I didn't realize what you meant. 11 was what I rolled to hit on this.
you rolled 11 to hit.
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Tall Cube gets blasted by the first Eldritch Blast and then ducks, as the other one singes his hair and goes, Dr. Johns, uh, this man's trying to hurt me. And now I'm going to hurt him back. You have anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, nothing at the moment. I'm gonna stay where I am too. Actually,
All right.
Can I? I'm gonna. I still have what? Probably have some movement, right?
You only move 5 feet, so.
Yeah. So just move me back to 2 to the left, please. I want to move a little bit to my left. Get away from.
Yep. So now you're hiding back there. So now it's Tall Cube's turn. And Tall Cube is going to do what Tall Cube does best. And he is going to
Oh, no.
duck behind Eberron because he's a little halfling.
He's going to is a halfling.
Yep. The running joke is no one knows if he's a man because he's a halfling or a child. And he's going to use his bonus action to hide.
Can I see if I see him because he's pretty close to me?
Yeah, you can do a contested.
It's a 23.
You rolled a 25.
Hold on, let me give myself guidance then. Let's see. Even 25.
So even goes to the.
Oh, I don't know. Well, you can give it to him.
We'll keep it on him for now. And he's gonna pull out. This should feel very familiar for Mike. Because I built a rogue after Mike's own heart.
I appreciate that.
And he's gonna pull out his crossbow. And he's gonna go for a sneak attack shot at the probably gonna shoot the Griffin since he can't get a clear shot off at our friend down here, Bradley.
Yeah.
There. 10 feet of his movement. He couldn't get anywhere else. So he's just going to take a quick shot at the Griffin. We're going to go. That's his own natural 20.
Oh.
For a total of 29.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna use cutting words to use one of my bardic inspirations.
To reduce the.
Yeah.
That's reducing the damage or the hit roll, if I remember correctly.
It says use of bardic inspiration, roll the die and subtract the number from the creature's roll on any of them. It could be on the attack roll, ability check, or damage roll.
Okay, so what's your AC?
12.
So you're probably going to want to do that to the damage roll then, if I
Yeah.
was assuming, because removing whatever, I mean, a 29 to hit
Yeah.
is still
Yeah,
going to
it's
be
only it's a 1d8. So
yeah, the max you could get that down to is a 21.
yeah.
Whereas at the very least, a D8
Yep.
of damage reduction could be more significant.
Yep. Let's do the damage reduction.
So I'm going to roll my. 6, 12, 15, and then roll your d8.
Damn it. 2.
So you take 13 points of damage. Wait, I need to add 3 more. Take 20 points of damage.
Mm.
I forgot the sneak attack. The whole point of Tall Cube existing. And as a note, because Tall Cube hid and then attacked, he is no longer hidden. But that is his turn. We will then, in the next part of the initiative, it's a Sota.
Soda.
I'm gonna use the griffin,
Yep,
like the statue.
you're gonna use the statue. So, are you still your Griffin form?
Yeah.
Do you have your inventory when you wild shape?
It all like becomes part of you.
I'll flavor wise say that because the Griffin statue was not like in a bag or anything like that, because you turned into the Griffin to be able to get the statue. You still have the statue, and you can. Is that a bonus action or an action to use the
It doesn't tell me anywhere.
checking right now?
Oh, I mean, maybe if I open it, it'll tell me. I'm dumb.
The creature exists for duration. Creatures friendly to you and your companions. Use an action to speak the command word. So it would be your action.
Yep, that's fine.
So you're using your action, speaking the command word, which as
Yeah,
a griffin in native griffin is just it's like summoning a fucking Pokemon. A smaller griffin throws a statue of a griffin and summons a bigger griffin. And Eberron shouts out, "That was a spiritual guardian of a long lost civilization, and they're lost because I took that spiritual guardian. It makes the story better."
Oh my god.
Shit sells tickets. Give me a athletics check just to see how far you throw the statue.
4.
It's not a very high DC. How much?
4.
Oh my god. It's not a very high DC and you roll a 4. The statue lands 5 feet in front of you. Griffin comes forth. So now there's Big Griffin and Little Griffin on the field. Really wish Tony didn't get told to run away and potentially off himself in the guard shack.
Maybe you
I
should
get a
pay
bonus
Williams.
action, right?
Yeah, so you still have your bonus action, and then I'm going to say, for simplicity's sake, that the Griffin shares your initiative round, but has their
Yep.
own bonus action economy.
Okay.
But for you, I would say that if you issue it commands, that would require your bonus action.
Okay.
So if you want to like shout out like kill your oppressors or the ones who stole you or whatever, like that could be your bonus action to get the Griffin going, and then you'd get your Griffin round right now to do Griffin things. Yes, no, maybe.
So I'm gonna use
my staff of charming that is in my left hand. No, I can't do that because I'm in Griffin form, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what can I do?
You could I would say you could give a command to the griffin as a bonus action, but I
Yeah.
don't know what else as a griffin you have
Yeah.
available to you in your bonus action economy.
You gotta pull up the Griffin stat sheet
Yeah.
for yourself. But
And you're going to want that for the bronze griffin anyway. So
yeah, but the
Yeah.
only thing you can do probably is drop the wild shape as a bonus action.
yeah, if you didn't want to continue to hold it.
Yeah, I'll drop the wild shape.
Okay. So you drop your wild shape. I still don't necessarily think dropping wild shape counts as a bonus action. Is that just a free action?
No, it
Because it's bonus action to wild shape, so it's bonus action to undo.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So that's your turn unless you wanted to move.
Nope, that's it. Actually, I'll move 10 feet so that I'm, or I guess maybe 15, so I'm in E14.
right there.
Yeah. No, aren't I?
No, you're S for
L for
soda.
lobster.
L
Oh,
is,
I thought it was I
is L
for
lobster.
Isota, my real
No.
name.
L is for lobster.
Soda.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move to a different spot. Put me in I-20.
Right. Is that your turn?
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to pull up the
Um,
Griffin thing.
Yep. While you're pulling that up, I'll flavor wise just pull out the griffin. Majestically is standing there, claws embedded into the marble floor. He looks back at you. It's a he. You can tell he's got a massive dong. It is enormous, hanging down there. It makes no sense. You can now understand why he was a spiritual guardian for so long, because no one wants to mess with him.
No, if he's a
He looks back
fertility,
at
if he's a
you.
fertility idol, he's got a small dick, huge balls.
I mean, he's not a fertility idol. That's why he was
Okay.
mistaken as one.
Okay. Real scholars know.
He's a protector. That's why his dick's big.
Yeah.
He looks back at you and in common, it's weird. He's like, "Thank you for releasing me from my bonds, master. I will help you defeat your enemies so that you can return me to my promised land."
I bow to him.
Best not to tell him that his promised land is gone.
So your promised land is in my pocket.
Yeah. You're a pocket monster now.
Yeah.
Build an entire D&D character around like the bag of tricks,
Collecting.
various wondrous statues,
Yeah.
and just have yourself be just a quote unquote summoner.
Amazing. All right, I'm ready to attack as the Griffin.
Yep. Tell me what
All right,
Griffin
so
is
I
doing.
get him.
Does he have a name
My
too? We
act-
call him Griffin. We giving him a Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta ask him his name.
True. Consent is important.
Yeah, he could speak in common, so he's
So, yeah.
sentient. All right, so
Griffin,
he's gonna multi-attack.
What is your name?
I he should say his name when he attacks. When I attack, Matt should give us his name, like he's a
All right.
Pokemon saying his fucking name.
Who's he attacking? Where's he moving?
JJ.
Going after
Going for the
John
old guy.
himself.
Jonathan Joestar.
Yeah, that's
So
why he's using his stand cry.
he gets a multi-attack. So first
Yep.
is with his beak.
Yep.
+6 to hit. What is his regular?
So you just
Hit
roll
die
it. It just
that-
means you just roll a dice. You roll a d20 and add 6.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb.
Mm-hmm.
He rolls d4s for hits.
God damn it. 9.
Miss. He
Alright.
bites down, and Eberron John, for a man in his early 60s, pretty deft and quick movement, slaps the beak away with his hand, and
You have to be quick and nimble when you're being chased by a native uncontacted
Yeah.
native tribe after sleeping with all their women.
that's just the
Alright, so
first
now
attack of your multi attack.
Yep. So now next one. Uh, 15.
15 does not hit. Eberron John again. Was that a claw this time?
Yeah.
The claw comes forward, and he gives the fighting game in place dodge, and just leans back, and it just scrapes across the front of his armor, almost his AC, but not quite.
So as I have a question as some like flavor bonus action, because there's really like no bonus actions for me to do. Because Griffin we still don't have his name, has missed twice. As my bonus act,
Peter Griffin.
what can Peter Griffin
Peter.
piss on JJ?
Got to mark his territory.
Yeah, that's his bonus action.
He can pee in the direction, and we'll have a dexterity saving throw to see if it lands.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets on his boots.
Nice. That's all we need.
These are genuine human leather. I got these from a tribe out in the East Andes.
All right, that's Griffin's turn. Peter Griffin's turn.
Ray, it is your turn. Fucking Eberron John rolled a 4 on his initiative.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is I guess it probably drops because it's Sky Self. Oh, it's
You're in
not
the
actually.
lobster, right?
No, I was outside the lobster. I'm gonna
could get in it.
use my. I've got other plans. I'm gonna use my channel divinity to cast Cloak of Shadows, so I turn invisible.
Mm.
All right.
I'm invisible. I'm going to sneak up behind and let's see who do I want to do? Who do I want to try to do first? Okay, actually, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to sneak up behind Tall Cube, and I'm going to tie his shoelaces together.
Give me a dexterity check.
Sleight of hand, dexterity, just straight
Yeah,
dexterity.
give sleight of hand it if you want to be.
Yes, please. And I'm definitely going to give myself guidance.
And this is a free action. I'm not even going to make you waste a bonus action for this, because I'm curious to see if you're going to make the rogue character not be able to walk around.
Yeah, that's a 21.
Rogue character is not going to be able to walk around.
Well, tie his shoes.
His bootlaces are now firmly tied together.
Tie his shoelaces together. Okay.
Can you give him a plate of hot spaghetti and meatballs too?
Okay, and then the next one I'm
Only
gonna
if D is hiding in the background.
next one I'm gonna do is I had like purchased some parchment and stuff. I'm gonna whip out my materials, and I'm going to
Your materia?
I'm going to put a kick me sign on the back of Mr. John's, and slip one of my cigars into his like front coat pocket.
All right. I'm gonna need at least one more sleight of hand check, if not 2.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do it.
Just for the lightness of applying the sign and getting the cigar into the pocket without alerting.
Okay, I guess guidance was my action, so I've used that already, so can't use it
Yeah.
again. So sleight of hand. It's a. Why can't I see it? It's a 14.
See what Eberron's passives are.
I am invisible though. Don't forget.
Yep. And his passive perception is 11, so you're fine.
Excellent. Excellent. So that is my action. And I moved a little bit, right? So 5,
Yep, you
10,
moved
15, or
three
5,
three squares
10,
or 2 squares.
10, 10 feet. Okay, then I'm gonna. I don't think I have any bonus action spells. I just have a healing one. Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna move to the back to the opposite side of the lobster, and like kind of. I'm not actually hiding. I can't do a hide action. I don't think, even as a halfling. Don't think that
You have what, 30 feet of movement?
25. It should give me enough to get to the opposite side of
The
it.
lobster's big. It's not just sitting in a 5-foot square.
Yeah.
I'm just giving the L as the center point of where the
Mhm.
lobster's body is.
Yeah, I don't think I can't like actually, yeah, I can't like even though I'm naturally stealthy, I can't actually make a hide check, but just
No, but you're invisible right
I'm
now.
chilling over there. And you don't count those as being attacks, do you?
No.
Okay.
You did
Then
not do any damage, and you had no.
Then I'm still invisible.
Yeah. All right.
Right. I believe that's it for me.
All right. Eberron John shouts out frustratedly as he has now been pinned in by a griffin and unknowingly pranked. So he's gonna have to take some shots at the griffin because he doesn't want to.
Does Eberron John maybe hear me like kind of having a bit of a convulsion though from the success of my pranks? Like, I
He's
may
probably
be
confused.
I may be invisible, but it doesn't mean I'm not just. I haven't learned that skill from Papa yet of being utterly silent during all my pranks. We all have room to grow.
Maybe you'll do a growth during this battle and you'll make Papa proud.
Okay.
He's actually not going to strike at the griffin. He's going to 1, 2.
Ooh, but does the griffin get an opportunity attack if he does that?
It does. The griffin can absolutely take an opportunity attack at him.
Nice. What would that be?
Just a regular attack.
Just a claw attack, bite attack, whichever you choose.
Okay. So it's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
I'm gonna do a claw.
Okay.
And well, so if it's a normal action attack, do I get the multi attack?
No, this is just a reaction attack. This is just
Okay.
one attack.
12.
He takes 12 damage. He laughs it off as the griffin strikes out at him. Oh, beastie, I'll take care of you in a sec, but first I got to take care of your master. Gets down here, takes his hand crossbow and rips a shot at you, Soda. It's a 26 to hit.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Damn.
that obviously hits.
Okay. Only 6 damage.
Not doing great, not doing terrible.
Okay. He's then, let me just make sure I've got his action economy. So he has 3 attacks per action. So he's going to then take a
God
crossbow
damn.
shot over at Bradley.
Eberron John.
Yeah, fucking God King.
That's a 14.
Ha, miss bitch.
He locks back with the crossbow and fires off at you. It flies wide. You duck out of the way. He takes his final action attack.
Real
He's
Eberron
going to go
John.
again at you because he's pissed that he missed. That one's a 26.
Okay. That'll hit.
You take 8 damage.
Bring it.
He's going to save his action surge for now because that's something you don't waste this early. And he's just gonna, yeah, that's his turn. So it's back to the top of the order with you, Bradley.
So I'm going to hit my man with the I'm gonna can I sleep him?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
I mean, you can
know,
sleep anyone if you can roll high enough numbers.
Yeah, you might want to cast at a high level to have any hope.
He's only taken 1 hit so far.
if you do it to tall cube, that might
All Cube has significantly less health.
so that might help.
I'm gonna
Although he is also incapacitated, or at least partially, because I tied his goofy ass, tied his shoes together. So
true. True. All right, yeah. I'm just gonna hit hit Eberron with some Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Yeah. Miss.
Roll
12.
to hit. What?
I missed
Hmm?
12.
Cool.
Okay, so roll your second.
Right. Oh baby, crit.
Jesus Christ!
Hell yeah.
How many crits can you get in one game?
Seriously, I'm not mad about it.
Believe it or not, that hits. So
Yes. So he's gonna take 20.
right. He's looking. He's showing some damage. You definitely singed parts of his leather jacket and hat that you are now beginning to put together the factor. This man's probably wearing human leather everywhere. Um,
Last in his
any
ass,
bonus
yeah.
actions or
Uh, no.
movement?
I will. Yeah. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to F15. I have 30 feet of movement. Does that work? Oh, you can't do the diagonal, right?
You can do that, Mel.
Then yeah, that should be.
Yeah, fucking Pathfinder has a weird rule for diagonal movement. Like takes like an alternating extra
It's-
5 feet.
It's why hex grids are superior.
All right. That is my turn.
All right, it is now Tall Cube. Tall Cube goes to move and dexterity saving throw.
He's gonna have a high dex.
Yeah, but like, how
I
are
mean,
you
he
getting,
does have a high dex, but not when you roll a 3.
like, yeah, how are you getting past your shoes being tied together? Come on. Come on.
He face plants. He takes.
You guys just hear me. Fuck.
He takes a full D4 of damage. He takes 4 damage.
Wasn't even doing it
Nice.
for the damage. That's just
Nope, I know you
that's
weren't,
just,
but
that's
I
just
am because he
gravy.
he
Yeah.
just face planted and broke his nose on the floor. Um, so
Get
he's just going to
owned.
sit there. He's going to army crawl forward 5 feet at half of his movement speed, and then spend the other half to stand up. So he's now standing in melee with the griffin. Barely able to wobble and maintain his balance. And he's gonna holster the crossbow and pull out his dagger of venom. He's gonna strike out at the griffin. Does a 23 hit the griffin?
Yes. That's a
think
very
so.
low armor class.
So the griffin now needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Do I add my
You had the griffin's Constitution.
so he's 16 plus 3. And I rolled a
19,
6.
so he makes the save.
Wait, no, that what
No,
you just said
no,
makes
no.
no sense.
Okay.
You said
So
you
never
rolled a
mind.
6
I
and
rolled
it's
a
plus 3,
6
so that's a
plus
9.
3, 9.
So 9. So he takes the extra 2d10 of poison. So he takes 7 slashing damage and 16 poison damage. And he is poisoned for
So
1
how
minute.
how much damage?
So 7 slashing
Yep.
and 16 poison. So 23 total.
Okay. I gotta do math. He's at 36.
And now he's poisoned, so he has disadvantage on attack rolls. So that is his turn. It is now your turn, Isota.
Okay. I'm going to
You're s-
use my cloak of arachnidia, whatever,
Hmm.
and expend its daily charge of web and cast the web spell.
Oh, I'm
which
gonna
covers
your coach is ejaculated.
yes, which covers 20 feet. And I'm going to aim it at Mr. Johns.
Now, do I have to make any sort of save for that for
Yeah.
him? What
Give
do
me
I
a
need to do for him?
second.
Probably like a deck save.
I would
Dex
assume
save.
so. I just deck save.
Yep. Yep.
16.
Ooh, you beat it.
Yeah.
So it still hits. But the dex save is whether or not it fills the twice the area.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I'm reading that right.
You want to read it out loud to the class?
Well, I'm reading both the cloak and then I'm referencing the web spell, and there's conflicting things. So it says dex save on the web spell.
Yeah.
It is DC 13 on the cloak. And then
Yep.
it says you can use an action to cast the web spell, save DC 13. The web created by the spell fills twice its normal area. Once used, the property of the cloak can't be used until the next dawn. So I
Yeah. So all
think
that's
it
saying
is
is that
just
when you use the web
the
spell, it has twice the
yeah,
volume
it's
that it
the
normally
okay.
would.
All right. So it doesn't hit. Doesn't do anything. Lame. All right.
I assume that's a bonus action usage
Well,
from
no,
the
it's a
cloak.
full-
the web
it's a full
sta-
action.
the web stays where it is. It
Yeah.
is now difficult terrain, so that hampers
Is there
movement.
a radius for that, or is it just the 5 foot?
It is a 20-foot cube, so a 40-foot cube.
You centered it on him.
No, but I thought he made the save.
It just means he didn't get stuck in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Got
web's
it.
still there.
Got it. Okay.
So where do you want to put your 40 foot?
Do it. Well, like I was aiming at him, so he should be the center of the radius.
They put you in it too.
Yeah, so when he starts his next turn, he's gonna have to make the save again.
Here, say,
There's a big old goop.
cover that whole area. Have it basically be this corner.
It should be 20 by 20.
Right here,
Yes, but it's double the volume.
Yeah, we can't.
So it's a 40 foot cube instead of a 20.
Oh yeah,
foot
yeah,
cube.
40.
He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
splooged
you're
over
right.
the entire into the
And I
entire
assume
room,
that you're not going to
including
want to get your whole party in
I
it.
say
so you're
including
probably just
me.
Yeah.
Gonna have it cut off at the wall here instead of doing a full 40 foot.
Yep.
Is that a safe assumption?
Yep.
I'm going to make this yellow. This yellow. The color that you should call your doctor if you're
If your splooge is that color.
so there's your difficult terrain map.
Okay.
Not that Tall Cube is
Uh-huh.
going anywhere anytime soon. Actually, we'll say for a bonus action, Tall Cube cut his shoelaces.
Well, now maybe he'll slip because his shoes are untied.
Okay. So I'm gonna move, and as I'm wearing the cloak, I have vertical movement, so I'm just gonna like get onto the ceiling and Spider-Man hang from the ceiling.
You're just gonna
Yep. So exactly where I am, but just using my movement's 30
let's
feet.
just say you're like
you know.
15 feet off the ground.
Yeah. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on the Griffin.
All right. It is now the Griffin's turn.
So he gets five Bardic Inspiration. Oh, they
Gains
gain
an
a die. Never
inspiration
mind.
die.
Never mind. I'm
Yes.
dumb. I read things wrong. My brain's mush. Go ahead. Griffin's turn. Griffin's gonna multi-attack. Yep.
Going
So
after
he's
Tall
gonna
Cube.
beak. Yep. Disadvantage though.
Yep.
The terrain's not difficult for him because he's just hovering now.
He's just standing in place. It doesn't matter.
But he could fly. He got wings. Uh, 18.
18 hits with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 20 and a 18.
That one hits. Roll for damage.
8 plus 4.
12.
So 8.
8.
Yep.
That's the first one.
And then
Tall Cube's starting to look a little rough.
9 to hit on the
Mine does
second.
not hit.
Okay.
And then you have one more, I believe. 2 claws and a beak.
The claws hit. No, I just thought it was beak and then claws. Like the claws were
I'm used to multi
one
attack
together.
being 1, 2, 2.
All right, fuck it. This is your
I mean, it would say on
you're the
the
boss. It doesn't say.
then yeah, it would be. I would assume it would be beak because you have one of those, and then 1 claw, 1 claw.
Yes, so 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. As a bonus action, he's just gonna screech angrily in Tallkeep's
Dr.
face.
John, Dr. John, there's this big bird thing, and it's trying to eat me. That will be
He's done.
Ray's turn.
Let's see here. I've somewhat depleted my bag of pranks. What would you say is what would you say is Eberron John's main form of like attacking and
You have seen him use a crossbow multiple times at this point. You know
Yeah.
he has a whip.
okay. If you allow me to get a little bit creative with it, well, let's see if he fails the saving throw.
Go for it.
I'm gonna so it'll drop my invisibility, but I'm gonna
Yep.
cast bestow curse upon him.
This man has had so many curses bestowed upon him.
He's immune.
I am going to so he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, notably his worst stat.
Excellent.
That is a natural 1.
Hell yeah. Because my spell save DC is not actually that high.
A natural 1 with a -1 modifier for a 0.
Excellent. I want him to go cross-eyed.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh, this is like the what the people of Papua New Guinea did to my vision when I stole their didn't steal, reappropriated for
Liberated.
museum, liberated.
Yeah, so he can't see very well anymore.
The disadvantage
Oh.
on attack rolls, or
So maybe like if you want, I guess maybe like ranged attack rolls or
yeah,
something.
I would
things
agree
that
with that.
require aim.
His crossbow is probably not going to be easy for him to sight when he's incapable of
And
staring down
I
sight.
tell him it's like Mr. Johns, who are you looking at over here? It's like he's like I do the Walter White. Who are you talking to right now? And so that's my action. Let's see. I again don't really have any bonus actions other than some healing. So I guess I'm going to I'm going to climb on top of the lobster and like get ready to like duck into the portal the porthole the cockpit.
Ray, get in the goddamn Eva.
Yeah. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I mean, it's really all I
All
can
right.
do.
Eberron is up. He's cross-eyed. He's standing in the midst of a webby awfulness, and not and like webby awfulness like Chris Webby. Like that's how awful.
Yeah, he's got to make the wisdom save again, or no, dexterity save.
Yeah.
To see if he gets restrained by the web because he started his turn within it.
It's a 12. And it was
Which
a
I think is a
13
DC
is the
13, if I
save.
remember.
Failure, right? So
No,
he's
it's a 13.
yeah, so it's a failure.
Yeah,
so he's
he failed, so
restrained.
he's restrained. So he can't get up and use his whip like he was planning on doing, so he wouldn't have to deal with the ranged attack problem. So he's just gonna have to sit there and cock back with his crossbow, and he's gonna take 6 shots. Or when you action surge, you don't get 3 attacks again, right? With a fighter.
I think
Because it's an
he-
action, you get 3 attacks per action. So would it just be 6 full attacks?
yeah, it's like he gets his action back, so however many attacks he can do on a normal action.
Yeah. He's going to take 6 crossbow shots wildly.
All at disadvantage. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna split them between Ray, the Griffin, and Soda because he can't see Bradley and he can't move. So we'll start with Soda. I assume a 12 does not hit.
That is my armor class.
That hits.
Are you not wearing armor?
Well, he's no, he's not a Griffin.
No, because I have the cloak on.
Cloak.
You,
You can
the
still wear
cloak doesn't
armor
work.
with a cloak.
Yeah. The cloak doesn't replace armor.
replace armor.
You put a cloak over armor.
But you can,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
dumb.
But I mean, but druid armor still is never going to be that high.
No, I'm just surprised 12
I
is
have
pretty-
leather armor on. Yeah. So that is
Alright.
with armor on.
What's your dexterity modifier?
Hold on, I don't have my ring of protection on though. Which gives me,
It's a
I
+2.
think gives me.
Pretty sure ring of protection is just for saving throws.
No, you gain a
It's a +2
plus
to
one
your
bonus
AC.
to AC. One, no, just 1 to AC and
Oh.
saving throws.
Well,
So
if it's a
13
+1,
is
you
my-
pass.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Second one probably hits at a 17, I'd assume.
Oh no, go back. It hits because a ring of protection needs to be attuned.
You have full
And
attunement
I don't.
slots?
No, I don't. I'm filled with attunement slots.
Okay, so then yeah, that one. So you got hit by both.
Yep.
So you take 10 points of damage and 8 points of damage. Now he's
10
gonna
and 8.
Yep.
18.
I was gonna strike at Ray.
I'm looking rough out here, boys.
Yeah, how much you got left?
15.
Yeah,
I'm assuming a
that's good.
25 hits you, Ray.
It does. Yeah, I don't think any of my stuff can be reactive. Yeah.
Now, how
That's that
potions
first
work?
one.
Even
is
with
9 points of-
disadvantage, it's 25.
He has a +11 to hit.
Hey, 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 hey,
That is his preferred weapon. But it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
So then, yeah, that was 9 points of damage on the first. The second is a natural 1. So that's a 12.
Does not hit.
And then the last 2 are at the Griffin. Does a 16 hit the Griffin?
Yes, it's a 12.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of damage, and then 1 more.
So he's at 29.
So a 15 also hits. Ooh, and that's 12 points of damage.
So he's at 17.
That's the end of Eberron John's turn. We go back to the top of the order, and it is now Bradley.
You have potions.
What did you ask?
You have potions of healing.
No, but I have cure wounds.
All right.
And to give you a layout of the battlefield right now, Tall Cube is looking pretty hurt. Eberron John is definitely showing damage at this point. He's taken some hits.
All right, I'm gonna step up one next to the lobster and um G15. Yeah. No, I want an angle on John here. And can I throw a potion of healing to Soda?
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you dexterity check because I don't want to do the fun.
Well, I'm also wearing the spider cloak, so I feel like I have Spider-Man powers, and I would
I
just be
was
able to
more
catch
doing the
it.
like make sure he doesn't like underthrow it and it just like lands in John's lap and he's like, oh dude, thanks.
No, I would still be able to snatch it. Is what I'm saying. Just Spider-Man it.
But yeah,
Potion.
you
Use a
can
web.
toss him a potion as a bonus action.
Yeah, so you got a potion, a potion of greater healing, which is 4d4 plus 4 hit points. So that should help you.
4d4 plus 4.
Yeah. And you can use that as a bonus
You gotta
action on your
speak
turn.
up,
You have to wait 2
Bradley.
turns.
Okay.
I'm right in the mic. Then I want to. I'm gonna do magic. I'm gonna use my magic missile wand, which I can cast with 6 charges.
Jesus
and
Christ.
and I'm putting them all on, John over there.
How many fucking darts is that?
So
Because there's no rolling for that beyond damage.
Yeah, those auto hit.
it's 8 darts total.
Yeah, so roll your
So-
8 darts worth of damage.
If they're all going to the same place, that's just 8d4 plus 8.
So 31.
Oh,
All right, he is definitely starting to look rough.
Boom.
He just absorbed
Boom.
all of those hits. Just bum, 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 bum. His human leather jacket is singed and has holes throughout it. The smell of burnt flesh is starting to fill the room a little bit. Yeah, you just fucking unloaded a fucking full wand of magic missiles into the man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That's the end of my turn.
If you had unloaded that full bombardment into Tall Cube, you would have tripled his health total right now.
Just insta kill him. Just do a hate crime.
Tall Cube shouts out, Dr. Johns, no. But he can't fucking do anything about it because he's in a web thing. So let's see if he can get out. He can natural 20 plus 6, 26. He can free move.
Wow.
He still has the Griffin on top of him though, and that Griffin fucking is nasty. I don't know if he can survive an opportunity attack out of it. You said the Griffin has a chunk of its health left. I'm just gonna have to go with he's gonna skip because the dagger of venom. He's gonna go with the dagger of venom again. He has to. 13 probably doesn't hit.
Griffin.
Does. It's
It
12.
does. So the Griffin needs to make another DC 15 Constitution saving throw. This time at disadvantage because you get disadvantage on saving throws and attack rolls with poison.
15.
So you do survive that, so you only take the 6 damage.
11 points left.
That's all Tall Cube's got going on his turn. He can bonus action disengage. Where are my bonus? Okay. Is that a rogue thing?
Yes.
Yes. He's going to bonus action, cunning action, disengage. Scamper. To his friend, Dr. John. In his time of need. And that is his turn.
To me now.
Yep.
All
On
right.
to Soda. They're both really rough standing next to each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna use ice knife.
Use it to do.
It's a projectile knife
Okay. Who you projectiling at?
at JJ.
Is it a roll to hit or is it a like a
Roll to
save on
hit.
my end?
Oh no, it's roll to hit, and it's a. I had to do math. 13.
Not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna drink my potion.
Okay.
Andrew,
Roll
what
your
was it?
4d4
4d4 plus 4.
plus 4.
plus 4.
Yep. So roll your health.
18. All right, that's my turn. Now it's the Griffin's turn.
Yep. And if the griffin wants to move, you're still going to need to roll a dexterity check for that because
Dude,
it's a
he could
cube,
fly.
but it's a cube. So there's still
That's
going to be
fair.
strands and stuff in the vertical space.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. No, he's just gonna. Can I see where he is? You gotta move the. Okay, yeah, he's gonna have to move.
We got to make a dexterity save first.
So it is 17 plus whatever
Makes the
his dex
save.
is. Yeah. And then it's going to
You or John.
John. That is an 18 to hit
That
on the
hits.
beak.
You're multi-attacking
Alright.
John.
Yep.
So do the beak damage.
Twelve.
Ouch. That's a lot. He's hurt. He's really hurt.
Okay, so we got a 15.
That is a miss.
What? No, hold on. 21.
That is a hit.
And then six. Yeah, so it's just one claw attack because it's 2d6 for the damage. Plus 8.
He is on death's door, but he's still standing.
Which one was this? Was this
This is John.
Jimmy
John.
John's?
Jones.
Jimmy John's. That's the Griffin's turn.
All right. After that, it will be Ray. You are up.
Do I get in the tank and go crush them? Go squish them? Or Mm,
John is legitimately on death's door. Like the
Alright.
man is a standing corpse at this
I
point.
guess I could toll the
Tall
dead.
Cube is relatively speaking almost at death's door, but he's a little bit higher.
I could toll the dead him, I guess. So
Toll the dead.
that's a wisdom save
Oh
For
boy,
John-
his
for-
favorite, his
John-
-1 ability.
for John Jimmy John.
I'm assuming a 6 does not save.
It does not. And that
Doesn't
is go-
matter what damage because minimum damage kills him or puts him unconscious.
It's 14 damage. Or
Yeah,
no, 12 damage.
he's -11.
Amazing.
Down goes Eberron John.
Bad.
Man, the
Um,
myth, the legend.
let's
Tall
see
Cube
here.
screams out, "No, Dr. John!"
I am gonna then get in the. I'm gonna get in the Ava, and going to walk with the big crab legs, bust him through the webbing, and I'm gonna use the claws to pick up the keyblade.
Nice.
Gonna go reach for the key hanging off his chest.
The comically large key. I'm going to daintily pick up with the claws.
With the giant crab claw. That thing doesn't have a dexterity modifier or anything like that, does it?
I don't think so. Let's see. Yep, I had it open before, but
I'll just say that you can grab it because we're getting to the end of the session anyway. You could pick the key up. Well, we won't make you. I'm going to give you guys some flavor here right now. Of you basically have Tall Cube in an at will state right now, where you could
We should just charm person him and
Okay, I do have charm person. Is he? Are we
there's a multitude of ways you can handle Tall Cube.
Are
Do
we
you
out
want
of
to-
combat? Are we out of combat now? Is he?
I was
so,
about to pull you guys
so
out of
distraught
combat because there's no point in doing a turn order for Tall Cube who's about to get griffined or
Roasted.
eldritch blasted or lobster clawed or like he at most has one attack left and is like that attack isn't going to kill him.
I'm gonna banish him to the shadow realm.
amazing.
Use
love it.
banishment.
Yeah, I'm gonna banish him to the shadow realm. The crying is
Fantastic.
the crying is an offense to Papa. You don't show
What is
that
that?
level.
What is that save on my end?
It's a charisma save.
No way Tall Cube has charisma.
Is it an 11?
My DC is 13, so bye bye. Yeah,
So,
no. All
you-
all
you
Pa-
hold your
all
hand
Papa needed to show emotion was a single tear running down the white makeup of his face. You know.
You hold your hand out, and as you put your hand out to cast banishment, Tall Cube looks up at you, locks eyes, and goes, "You don't understand. Dr. John stole me from my fam." Zapped, gone.
He's the only father I've ever done. Goodbye.
You'll
Have-
never know
have-
whether or not he was abducted, whether
Have fun in hell.
I'd like to think that he's orange.
Have fun in he's an Oompa
Like an
Loompa.
Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Have fun in literal hell. Bye bye.
now remind me if I'm correct here. Banishment is permanent if the being is not from the plane they are banished from.
It's if it'll basically only last a minute.
Yeah.
It's like he's got to be native to the plane I'm sending him to, and he goes
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so he's not a fey creature that you sent to like the fey realm who's
Uh-huh.
trapped there forever.
But it's enough time for me to put the key in and turn it in the lock.
Yeah, you insert the key, you pull the lock. The force field shimmers even further and dissipates completely. And standing before you on the pedestal is the eye, as you were told.
The Eye of Sauron.
I'll be like, okay, you guys can can grab this. I don't really care too much.
Are you gonna double tap Eberron, or should I be?
I use Hellblade.
And I
That's one failed
conjure
death save.
or flame blade, I mean.
That's two failed
Conjure
death saves.
and then just stab it through his heart.
It didn't even matter. He rolled 3 straight failed death saves for what
That's
would have
fine, but I
potentially
want
been the
it-
time of you guys unlocking the thing.
I did it earlier. It was a finishing blow. I've finished it.
I would like to
He is no
investigate
more.
orb
The
for drugs.
Scourge. There will be no Eberron John Chronicles after this unless you adopt his name and go reverse vigilante, where you adopt his name and do good acts in it instead of what he did.
So I'm
Um,
upset I didn't get to use the pipes of the sewers. So as we leave,
You're gonna call it a
summon,
bunch of
summon
rats
rats to eat his
Yeah.
body,
His corpse.
yes,
so that when Tall
correct.
Cube comes back, he's going to
Correct.
witness Eberron
Eat-
John being eaten.
and get eaten, and then Tall Cube is gonna get eaten alive.
That's fair. We can say that works. You grab the orb. I'm just gonna do this anymore. You grab the orb. We say for flavor, you summon your rats. They start devouring his corpse. You
ultimate
start to
prank.
leave the facility and you hear the distant screams of Tall Cube and terror as he is witnessing Eberron John and himself be devoured like the ants.
just being swarmed over by a wave of plague-ridden rats.
Yep. It's
Of
similar
large
to
and
the
medium
ant
size.
scene from Crystal Skull when the ant swarm eats the man.
Pretty good
It's very
prank.
cathartic, and
Yeah.
We could say for levity's sake that you return to the annex to meet Tortas with your bounty. Do you give it to him? Actually, I should ask that. Do you return to Tortas with your bounty?
Yeah, we're not
yeah.
thieves.
Can we
like
see
that.
what this thing does though?
I
Or
wanna
is there any way to
investigate
tell
it.
without like tinkering too much with it? I mean,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
I'm,
if you want,
I'm
if you
only
want to,
interested to
if you
see
want
if
to give
it's
it an
silly.
Arcana check or something like that.
Yeah. If it's something that I could potentially use for pranking, then of course I would consider taking it. That's a 21 Arcana for me.
Ooh.
My
You get a
actual
very
good roll.
you get a very strong magical aura coming out of it. Like the type of magical aura that pours out that it's almost impossible to miss.
Mm-hmm. Do I get a sense of what kind of magic it is? I mean,
Let me look at my
I'm really
schools
kind of only
magic.
attuned to divine and infernal magic. So
Necromantic.
You could bring back Papa.
No, Papa is where he needs to be.
As your final prank, bring back John, whatever, Mr. Johns.
Dr.
He'll just
Johns.
be like a ripped up zombie, just with rats growing out of him.
I don't think I have minor illusion. I don't have any illusory spells like that to try to trick Tortas. So yeah, it's either we bounce with it or yeah we give it back. I don't really care. It's not immediately obvious that it's something I can use for pranking. So we can give it to him. I've
Yeah.
gotten off enough on this
Yeah.
mission as a mission
Can't be
success
too
on the-
greedy with your getting off.
Yeah.
Can't fly too close to the sun.
Yeah, there's always more pranks to be created.
Yeah.
So
Patience.
All right, so then you go back to the annex, meet up with Tortas. You tell him how you gutted Eberron John and fed him to rats. Delights him. There's a big curly turtle smile on that face.
we show up to the function in the in the crab tank.
Mhm.
I assume the crab tank goes with you everywhere now. That is your
Yeah.
new
That's how we be getting around.
Same with my Pokemon.
yeah.
Crab tank.
We have
crab tank.
Isota riding a griffin and crab tank blowing holes through walls.
Mhm.
The locals have all just started cutting
Formidable.
crab-shaped doorways for the crab to walk through.
Yes. All right, so
Um, you
what does Tortos do when we present the orb?
you hold out, you show him the orb. He reaches into his back shell and pulls out a fucking sack of gold. Like we're talking big fucking stacks here. You guys are feeling like ruining some local economies,
Hell yeah.
causing massive inflation.
Love it.
Like we're talking, you just got 10K gold for your
I open a franchise of whorehouses.
and he puts it on the table. Do you hand the orb over?
On one
Yeah.
condition, he tells us what it's for.
Oh, lad, I was gonna tell you regardless of the condition. This right here. And he grabs the orb in both hands, and he makes some quick twisting movements that you're like almost unexpected from a turtle like this, something so large, to do such quick deft movements. And the orb itself pops open into two half orbs, and inside of it is a eye. And he flips up his eye patch, and he jams the eye into the empty socket in his his face hole.
Uh-huh.
And
My eye holes.
this was me eye.
Get your hands off my eye holes.
You're
That
a
was it.
gross little
It was-
you're a gross little man. I like it.
he proceeds to explain how he was a local witch doctor shaman, and Eberron John came through and like stole his eye because didn't need that type of witch doctory going on. And
No room for that in modern medicine.
Yeah.
We got our vat of leeches right here.
yeah. And his town has been
Glad we killed
suffering ever
Eberron.
since he hasn't been able to provide them
But what's
the
with
medicinal
but what's with
teachings.
the magic aura coming off the eye? Was that just its
So the
preservative?
necromancy part is simple, and that's because a town so old with so many people are so isolated, needs to be able to bring people back. You can't lose your workforce like that.
Hmm.
That's a little weird. That makes you feel bad because you're sitting there like, oh, these people have to work in death just so that so this village can maintain its status quo. But
Oh well. On to the next
Quality
one.
life.
yeah, I mean they're dead, so it's
They
not
say
like
we all work and then we die and then we work some more. You know.
Yeah.
That is the way.
but that is it.
And
Oh
we crab walk off into the sunset.
With your stack of gold, your reappropriated items, which you might or might not ever return to their original homes, probably never.
Before we go, maybe I check in on Mike to see if he has, had any other thoughts about joining the following of Papa and
So you knock on the door,
his bright future. I
and when
see
you
it.
knock on the door, there's no answer, and the door just kind of creaks open. Not like it was latched or anything. As you pop your head in, oh, Mike, you hear gleeful giggling from the back, and you go back there, and there is an altar to Papa in full scale, already built,
Huh?
and hanging from the altar is the rat-infested eaten skin of Eberron John
Turning him into a
that
skin.
he is that he is already filleted and working on. And he looks back at you. That's a good prank.
Keep up the good work, Mike. I'm excited to see where you go.
You're gonna do big things.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check to end it.
Okay. That is, I gotta actually roll the dice because I closed my sheet. That is an 18.
You notice maybe not moving in the corner, but still definitely intact, a tied up tall cube.
All right, Tall Cube, yeah, he's your new master now. Don't disappoint him. I'm sure if you work hard, he'll reward you.
That's where we wrap it.
Bye-bye.